Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams and welcome to your reading. I'm so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. Thank you, Divine. There's some really beautiful energy flowing in for you. I was cleansing and shuffling and preparing for the reading, and I was playing a meditation track where I asked my echo to play one, and out of the blue she plays Your Faith in Me by Jessica Simpson. Never heard that song ever. So I listened to it and I looked up the lyrics, and it's actually really beautiful. The message that's coming through for you from that exchange that I had with Spirit is that there is someone who will not give up on you. They know your worth. You are precious to them. I feel like this is someone that perhaps you have had, 144 on the timer, you've had doubts about. You've asked yourself questions, a lot of questions, about this person's dedication. And just intuitively, what I'm getting is that just as with any relationship, there are things that you and this person have had to face, had to work on, resolve, experiences. You've had experiences between you that have taught you both a lot, and perhaps they've been extremely challenging. But all of that has been layered with projections from other people. And these are people who have been extremely envious of the connection that you share with this person. I'm getting that when this person looks at you, other people see something in their eyes that sometimes you might forget about or you might not look at or notice, but what's in this person's eyes when they look at you is love. People can see the love that this person has for you. And it has incited so much jealousy within other people. And you are very intuitive. You are very empathic. So you have picked up on this jealousy that other people project towards you and your connection with this person. And it's possible that that jealousy that you've picked up on has created a feeling of anxiety within you, making you wonder, where is all this negativity coming from? Why is it being projected towards this relationship? And so that may have made you suspicious. Perhaps you've had experiences in your past where you experienced betrayal. 444 on the timer. You may have grown up in a home where you observed betrayal, cheating, infidelity, abuse. And And so when you picked up on this negative energy being projected towards you and your relationship and your love, it sort of took you back to these times where you felt this energy before. And it made you wonder, where is this coming from? The ironic thing is that this evil that was being projected towards you and your connection it was other people's reaction to something so pure and so beautiful that you have access to. It's love. It's divine, pure, sweet love that has been influenced by the envy of others. Please use discernment. You will know if this is your reading. But if this is your reading, Divine wants you to know that your love is real. And that when there is something so real and so pure and so divine that other people witness, it irritates their demons. Because they hate to see something so lovely that they don't have access to. So, if you want to, you can take a listen to that song or just look up the lyrics. But that song is a whole message for you if this is your reading, okay? Let's go ahead and get into that dice. Thank you, Spirit. What's coming through for this beautiful being? Oh, wow. Okay, Divine. All right, so we have two people dancing together here, looking like they're doing, I'm getting the tango or salsa. It really looks like salsa. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it looks like salsa. You might dance with your beloved, or dancing might be something that you enjoy. I'm getting that some of you may have met your beloved at an event where there was dancing. Could have been a wedding reception, or could have been a party. Somewhere where there was music and dancing. Okay? But on a deeper level, this is about the dance between you. There was a Dominican college professor. He was a Spanish professor, the Spanish language, and he was great. He was awesome. But he taught me a word. It was vaivén, el vaivén de la vida, the coming and going. And it's like the energy that brings balance. And that's what I think of when I see this salsa dance. It's like in salsa you go back and forth and back and forth. And so this energy between you and your lover is something that has taken time to understand. There may have been this energy of push and pull between you. You know, something that's coming through is that for your love connection, not everybody's love advice, like the love relationship advice, that 1010 on the timer, that you hear and that you see in shorts and videos, not all of that, actually a huge majority of that is not going to help you and your lover to come together in unity and harmony. You may have heard a lot of advice telling you to pull away if you sense that your lover is pulling away. But that's, in your connection with this person, that could be very damaging. Because your person will respond beautifully to you leaning in to their energy. They want you. And sometimes they may be at a loss for words of how to express this. All of us are learning, right? In this life, we're all learning. 1, 1, 2, 3 on the timer. But there's something about allowing the energy between you to build, to grow, instead of when you sense that they're pulling away, you pull away as well. Because the reason why they pull away sometimes is because they're overwhelmed. They want to do the very best by you, and they are so afraid of messing up. They're so afraid of letting you down. They don't want to. They want to be what you need them to be. And so when you sense this fear in them, you might process it as rejection. 1212 on the timer. This is about a moment of enlightenment, like the Hanged Man. Realizing in that moment that their natural inclination to pull away is nothing more than fear. And that even though a lot of people say when they pull away, you pull away. Give them what they give you. For some people, that's exactly what you need to do, okay? In a lot of cases, that's what will work. But I'll tell you what, that works when the person is truly toxic. When a person starts to pull away from you in any kind of relationship, and the best thing to do is to pull away from them, that's because they're toxic and you need to protect your energy. But this person that you're in a love connection with, it feels like love connection. It feels like intimate, romantic love connection. They don't pull away because they're toxic. They pull away when they don't know how to succeed. They pull away when they don't know the answer. They pull away when they so desperately want to be there for you and to show up in the right way. But they're so overwhelmed because they're afraid of not getting it right for you. And so when you then pull away as well, they receive that as like confirmation. I did it wrong. I messed up. I'm just going to go over here and stay to myself. I don't want to mess anything up anymore. So if this is your message, if this is your reading, what you will notice is that your person will respond so beautifully to a calm, gentle energy. 1414 on the timer. This is temperance. Yes, this is temperance. You're learning how to move with one another in a balanced, patient state. Your person will respond beautifully to your patience, to your balance. Now, this might not always be easy because everybody has some bad memories. Everybody has some fears. Everybody has some traumatic events that we've suffered from. that make us put our walls up or want to put our walls up and be like, you ain't gonna hurt me. Okay, I'm not going there no more because I have already felt that pain and I'm not about to go there with you today, right? So we all have this toughness that just goes up like some automatic wall that just goes up so quickly to protect us from what we felt in the past. But it's possible that you both might be protecting yourselves from each other, or thinking that you're protecting yourselves from each other, but what you're really trying to protect yourselves from is what you felt long before you even met each other. There could be wounds from previous people in your life or previous people in this person's life that they're trying to protect themselves from. There could be a mother wound. There could be a father wound. Perhaps there was a mother that was not nurturing. Perhaps there was a father who left with no explanation. Perhaps there was a mother who was abusive. Perhaps there was a father who was neglectful or negligent. It's worth thinking about because that's what I'm picking up on. And so that tendency to shut each other out, it's loaded, right? You're not just shutting out the events from that night or from that morning between each other or from that past year between each other or from those past 5 years or however long you've been together. But there might be some things that you're both trying to shut out and not feel again that someone else made you feel before. But you're holding this person responsible and saying, I don't want to feel that from you either. 1717 on the timer. This is about hope. This is about healing. This is about understanding. And this is incredible because all of this is coming to you, this temperance, this star energy, these beautiful vibrations at a time where you are also expanding in this way. So this growth, this success, this abundance is not just coming to you in your love connection. It's also here for you on an individual level, on a personal basis, okay? So you've got lots of abundance that this relationship brings. I always get the energy of prosperity and abundance with fish. There's a lot of wealth between you, and there's a lot of potential wealth between you as well. But when it comes to relationships, the fish can also represent that slippery nature where it's like you might feel like something's just going to slip out of your hands. You know how fish are slippery. And so the incredible thing about fish, though, is that they're all muscle. So even though on the outside they feel slippery, on the inside, they're all muscle. So there's actually a lot of strength, whereas you might be seeing an illusion of weakness or like something's going to slip away. That's why that song came through. Your faith in me. This person believes in you on a soul level. It's not just in their mind. It's not just in this lifetime. This person believes in you and what you have together on a soul level. And Divine says it's warranted. So we have here a hand. Oh, and we've got ghosts here. That's just, it didn't land on that. It landed on hand, but I just couldn't help but notice that. Also, I was flipping some cards right before I was getting ready, and the ghosts card and my crow deck came through. So this is about things from the past haunting someone, okay? With this hand, what I'm seeing here with the fish is someone has wanted to stop the abundance between you and this lover. They've wanted to put a stop to it. They've wanted to see it come to an end. They've wanted to see it fail. And they were willing to do whatever. They were willing to, I'm seeing somebody spit on your connection. Like if you're out and about, they're like, you're walking by hand in hand with your lover, just looking so beautiful together, and they're like, you know, spitting at you. The amazing thing is, what I'm seeing in my mind's eye, you don't even see this person. You're about to sit at a beautiful table and get a wonderful meal and enjoy a candlelight dinner with your lover, okay? You don't even care. But I feel like that's a part of the solution. This is what's coming through. To be with this lover, to have this divine connection, you're going to have to filter out a whole lot of bullshit, because that's what a lot of people naturally want to project towards you. Not because your lover did anything wrong, not because you did anything wrong. It's their issue. The issue is outside of you all's connection. It's outside of you all's union. But you have a sensitive spirit, and this is so beautiful about you. You're psychic. You're able to pick up on things. And so, whereas with that person spitting at your relationship, you'd probably be like, you know, and like, what is going on? What? I don't think so, you know? But I'm seeing you the way I originally saw you is you're just hand in hand, and you're just smiling at your lover, excited about what's coming that night, what's ahead of you that night. And you're enjoying that present moment. That's what's necessary. Because there are a lot of eyes that will naturally want what they see between the two of you. So this was the other thing, and I'm putting these together. I'm going to put this one before it. So it's like this hand stopping the fire. Okay? If there is anger that you've been directing towards your lover, what I'm hearing is that that anger is better directed towards the true source of the pain, which is the outsiders. Now, it's not good to carry this anger, okay? But this is a common issue within relationships, is displacement, where there's someone that has harmed us, but we're directing our anger towards the person that we're with. And it's very difficult in relationships because we can easily think, because of things that we've been through, or maybe because of something that was done a long time ago, or maybe because of our own emotional state in this moment, it's easy to misdirect or misfire our anger, misdirect our anger towards a person who never intended to harm us and who did not act in a way that was meant to harm us, okay? Seeing the true source of the pain and of the projections is definitely helpful. But even then, not holding a grudge, because the people who have projected this evil energy towards your relationship, they do so out of misery. They do so out of desperation. And these are people who are not supposed to do that, right? This could be a sibling who intended to harm your relationship. This could be a mother-in-law who intended to harm your relationship, a sister-in-law, a brother-in-law, anybody, a neighbor, someone that you were supposed to be able to trust. But the goodness, the sweetness between you and your lover was just too much for them to be happy for. And what you'll notice is that the people who have done this to you, they don't have a happy relationship. They're miserable. More than likely, they get spoken to by their quote-unquote lover in an evil, vindictive way because there's so much resentment that's built up between them and the person that they sleep with at night or would like to sleep with at night. Over the years, so much resentment. They might not even sleep in the same bedroom because they can't stand each other for 7 solid hours, to be in each other's presence for that long. They've thought so many times about divorcing because they hate living with the person they have vowed to love, honor, and protect. And they feel like their marriage, their relationship is a sham. So, looking at it like that, we can understand, even though it's still unfair, even though it's still fucked up, we can kind of see why when you and your beautiful, pure, sweet love came along, oh, they wanted to bring it down. They wanted to put a stop to it immediately because it made them so angry that you and your lover exist together, and they couldn't wait to sprinkle some shit on it. Okay? So, we just been channeling, okay? Thank you, Spirit. What's coming through for this beautiful being? Ooh, yeah. We've got dominance, distance, and protection. So there was dominance that someone exerted over you. And look, they're close to the head, but this is like also the throat chakra. So there was something that you said. There was something that you hold within your mind, within your imagination, that they just wanted to ruin. They wanted to quiet you. There's someone who never wanted to hear you speak of love. There's someone who never wanted you to experience a love connection. And so they wanted to dominate you. This could go back to someone who didn't even want you to get in this love connection in the first place. You may have experienced this dominant energy the moment you declared that you were going to be with this person. You may have experienced this dominant energy from family members who did not approve. I'm getting that there could be an issue of cultural differences or race or ethnicity differences, okay, between you, and there could have been some disapproval of your loved ones, your family members. They wanted to dominate your future. This is something that happened from the get-go with your love relationship. They had a problem with it from the very beginning. Divine is saying that distance, even if it's not in the physical realm, distance in the spirit realm from these people is your protection. Because when you see evidence of someone not wanting good for you, not wanting you to succeed with what you have chosen to do in order to have peace, joy, and connection in your life, the only thing we can do is disconnect. And so that may be something that you have to look like el vaivén, that balance between you. How distanced are we going to be from these people? And this could be something that has caused friction between you. Because perhaps you and your lover have different ideas regarding boundaries, regarding the need for protection from certain things. Perhaps your lover had not seen the need for this protection because they didn't feel so deeply this projected dominance that someone was trying to make you feel, or that someone wanted to project in order to deteriorate the bond between you and your lover. Divine, what's the guidance coming through for this beautiful being? I'm going to pull from this one first. There, good. Okay, recognition. So, recognizing your lover, just recognizing them, seeing them, will yield a lot of bounty and beauty for you in your connection. What came through at the beginning when I was channeling is like, there's this love in your person's eyes that sometimes you haven't seen because there have been so many other things there, right? Other people trying to do this kind of stuff. I mean, but still there's this love that they have for you. What's the guidance for this connection? Balance. That's what's been coming through. Balance between you. Harmony. Instead of, like with this dice, instead of moving, like pushing and pulling away from each other, achieving balance by moving in tandem, you know, based on what your needs are together. Also nurturing one another based on what you're going through individually. Recognizing your individual struggles. If your person works a stressful job, taking the time to check in with them about what they're feeling, what they're going through, just listening. I know that if they need some guidance, you're the one for it. You are the one. You're gonna come through with just the right thing that they need to hear. But even if that's not what they need, if they just need to be heard, that brings balance. And they will then be there for you as well. But see, these are all the beautiful things. These are all the beautiful things that you have access to. That, honestly, some of these things that seem so basic come easily to you and your lover together. You might think that you all are like way behind or something like that, but you're not. And there are a lot of things that come easily to you and your lover. You're able to laugh together. You're able to have a great time together. You're able to truly enjoy one another. I saw that when I got the vision of you walking through the restaurant with people giving you the evil eye, but you have a really beautiful, sweet, harmonious, natural vibe between you. It's natural. And that is something that a lot of the people who have attacked you have never felt. Because the people who have attacked you, nobody wants to be with them. Oh yeah, there are people who want to sleep with them. But just about everybody in this world has somebody that will sleep with them. There are people who would want to use them. And I want you to really think right now about the 1, 2, 3, 4 people who have attacked your relationship the most. Nobody wants them. Nobody wants to be with them. Nobody wants to hold their hand. And if you've seen someone holding their hand, they coerced them to do that. It's sad. Because all they know how to do is put on a show. And that's one reason why they're so desperate and miserable, wanting to go around ruining love for everyone else. Because they don't feel it. They don't know what it is. They can't grow love in their heart. Whereas your heart is beautiful and green, your heart chakra is glowing and oh, it's so sparkly and pretty. Theirs is burnt and dried up. It looks a hot mess. It has thorns. That's the only thing that grows on their heart is thorns. And that's what they wanted you to feel. That's why they came in to rain on your parade. But you are learning to dance in the rain. And so, whatever distance it is that you need to create between you and your lover and these people, even if it's, I'm getting that in some cases it might not be that you can distance yourself from these people physically, okay? You or your lover might work with some of these people. You might live around some of these people. Some of these people might be family members that live a couple of blocks away. You might not be able to distance yourself physically from them, and perhaps that is something that you really wanted in the past and you felt frustrated when you just couldn't get away. But you have the power, the mental, emotional, and spiritual strength to distance yourself and protect yourself from these evil beings and from their low vibe intentions. You can distance yourself from them mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And one thing, this is just a personal reflection, when you wake up in the morning, from the very start of your day, speak protection over everything and everyone that you love. And that sets you up for success. That sets your connections up for success. That sets your thoughts up for success. That sets you up for success for everything that you're going to do and experience that day. And you might sense a little curse trying to come at you. You might sense a little evil eye trying to knock you down. But that initial protection that you set up, it is impenetrable. Your guardian angel, the archangels, your ancestors, your spirit allies, the planets, the elements, whoever it is that you work with, they got you. And with a love this divine, with a love this beautiful, with a love this sweet, with a love this destined, they are not going to let you fall to the wayside. Because not only do they have you, but they got everyone that you love. Okay? Ashe. Yeah. So the people around you have been in denial. They've been in denial of the fact that there is something within them that they're not feeling, they're not sensing in their own world. And so they have tried to throw your balance off. That's been their goal. Trying to create unhealthy cycles, trying to create fears, all right? There's something that you're being asked to realize, that if you wait, if you pause, you're going to see a future reward. There's something you're going to be rewarded for by waiting. This might feel like a sacrifice. It might feel like you're putting something to the side, but you're going to experience pleasure and abundance and celebration in the future. What is it that this beautiful being is being asked to sacrifice or to put to the side for now? The devil energy. You know, this could be those relationships. Divine is asking you to sacrifice, put on hold, relationships that are begging you to put your love connection last. There's somebody here within this group that has been denying their own situation. So this is someone who's been wanting to project evil energy towards you and your lover. This could be somebody in your ear saying negative things. I'm getting that this could be a family member that's been talking to your lover about you, or a family member of theirs that's been talking to them about you, or one of their family members that's been in your ear about them. There's somebody here that's acting in devil energy, and you're being asked to sacrifice that relationship with them. There might be something that you thought you were going to get out of connecting with them. And listen, it can be difficult because some of these people are the people that, they might be the people that watch your children. They might be the people that helped you with a flat tire once. I feel like there's something that you're holding on to, perhaps, with someone who's projecting negative energy towards your love relationship, and Divine is asking you to be willing to sacrifice that. And you know your situation. You have to discern this for yourself. But whoever this is that's in denial about their own relationship and is projecting negativity towards you, creating dissension and divisiveness between you and your lover, they're acting in devil energy. 4141 on the timer. That's 5 and 5. They're creating negative change. Divine says, that's a wrap. That's why they're asking you to create this distance, or guiding you to. You know, at the end of the day, you have free will. It's your choice. But that distance is what brings you protection. It might feel like a sacrifice right now because, you know, having raised 2 kids, or raising 2 children pretty far away from my original family, it can be difficult. It's like you really do benefit from having a positive, healthy community around you. But the thing is that if you have felt isolated, you and your lover have felt isolated, or you and your family have felt isolated from other people, it does not help to then depend on people who don't have you all's best interest at heart. Because you might depend on them. Yeah, they might be there in an emergency, but all that time in between emergencies, what are they doing? Are they cursing your connection? Are they giving you drama? Are they introducing lots of toxic behavior in your home? Are they dragging that into your home? It's not worth it. And so a lot of times we put up with toxic people because we don't want to be alone, or because we feel like one day we might need their support. But I am telling you, and at 44 years old, I have experienced this. The price that we pay in order to have a person there for us just in case we need them, or just because we want to give them the benefit of the doubt, or just because they're our sibling, it never ends up paying off. They always end up doing much more damage than good. And so Divine is asking you if you are willing to give up something now for a future reward, because you are dealing with people who are in denial. And this is one thing about dealing with people who are in denial. If they're not willing to see what is in their life that makes themselves unhappy, if this person is not willing to understand what they're doing that makes themselves feel like they're not enough, or if they're not willing to be honest about how unhappy they are in their relationship or their marriage, or maybe it's a person who's unhappily single and they're very jealous of your connection with your person. 4444 on the timer. The answer to this dilemma is protection. and protection that comes from distancing your energy from toxic people who do not have positive intentions for you, your lover, your connection, and perhaps your family. Making this sacrifice, what feels like a sacrifice right now, leads to a huge celebration. Okay, thank you, Spirit, for that word. Thank you, Divine. What else is coming through for this beautiful being? What guidance do they need? Polish. Forge stronger bonds through mutual polishing. That's between you and your beloved. Helping each other. Realizing that you all are on the same team. There are outside beings who have wanted to see you go at it. They've wanted to create friction between you. But instead of friction, instead of anger, instead of wrath, instead of rage, you can polish one another. Help each other to become the brightest that you can be, the most beautiful that you can be. And that is what makes you a strong couple. It gives you a strong union. It's divine. Yeah, acceptance. Fully accept each other for true love to take root and flourish. There are people who have been wanting to dig up your roots. However it is that you're settled and established together, they've wanted to see that undone. They've wanted to watch you both come undone. Yeah, accepting one another. Magic. Discover magic in the mundane, making the ordinary extraordinary. Small little tasks, small little things, you know. If your lover does something sweet for you, if they bring you your coffee, if they tell you you look beautiful, if you give them a kiss when they come home, if you ask them what they want for dinner, you know, it's the little things sometimes, those seemingly mundane things that when we do them consistently. Also, what's coming to me is physical touch, you know, running your hands through their hair, massaging their scalp, rubbing their shoulders, you know, whatever it is that does it for them or for you. Yeah, seemingly mundane, but you're creating magic with each other. Okay. All right. Oh, kind of want to close with an LaShawn message. All right, thank you, Mama LaShawn. What's coming through for this beautiful being as we close this reading? Thank you, Mama LaShawn. What's coming through? What do they need to hear? What do they need to know? Oh, okay. This card, 25. 2 and 5 is 7. For me, that's luck. Oshun, the seductrix. Okay. Sensuality, attraction, feminine power. Yes. That is gorgeous. This chopped wood card is in there from my Wisdom of the Oracle deck. So doing something very practical. Okay, this is root chakra. This is like doing something with your body. Okay? The message is clear, Mama LaShawn. Come through. Come through, please. All right. The mantra is, I embrace my sensuality as a sacred power. Come through. Oh. You sensual minx, you. You are invited to step into your full power. Embrace your sensuality as a potent form of energetic currency. This is a time to be unapologetically yourself, to love your body, your mind, and your spirit. You are a magnet for what you seek. Let your natural sensuality shine through. Right now, others are drawn to you like moths to a flame. When you ooze confidence, folks can't help but want to align with you. Oshun the Seductrix is issuing you a siren call to embrace your sensuality and divine feminine energy. This master manifester goddess knows how to channel desire into reality, and she encourages you to do the same. You possess the power to attract and manifest what you desire, be it love, opportunities, or experiences. What to do now? If you're feeling blocked in this area, explore and heal any past wounds related to your sensuality and self-worth. Be patient and compassionate with yourself, and seek guidance from supportive friends, self-love practices, or a therapist, or from your lover. Okay? Ashe. Thank you, Mama Oshun. And thank you, beautiful being, for taking the time to tune in to these messages. I hope that they brought you some clarity, some good vibes, some insight. And I love you. And I wish you peace. I wish you joy and so many blessings. Take care.